Hello again, everyone. Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Masculine Monday. Today I am going to show you a layout that I created during the Secret Not Secret Kit Club party weekends. And this was a good versus evil challenge. The Kit Club was a Disney themed one. So this is my good versus evil take, and I have a black piece of Close to My Heart cardstock and then just a very old, thin, flimsy white piece of cardstock. And I measure it up on the grid mat, and I'm going to rip that right in half. So my good versus evil is, I changed it into light versus dark. And so one whole side of my 12 by 12 paper is going to be all white, and the other side is going to be all black. So when I had seen this challenge pop across, I thought earlier in the day I was reorganizing my stencils, and I had seen a very large mandala stencil, and so it was fresh in my mind. And I thought that would be really cool to split that in half. So I am going to go ahead and grab that stencil, and I just line it right up on the paper, and I'm going to take my Brutus Monroe Glitter Glaze in Raven, which is the black color, and I don't remember the white color's name, and I am doing my voiceovers in my bedroom right now because the whole family is home and they're loud. So we're just chilling in here. So I'm going to go ahead, and that other piece that I tore, that other piece of that paper, I'm going to use it to block off the black. And I am going to tape it down, and I do just go ahead and mix that up just a bit to get all of the glitter up. And I have learned, which I'm sure you guys all know this, and probably when you've seen me do it before, you're like, that's why you're getting leakage and bleed through. Because I kept going over the stencil over and over. So now instead of trying to get every little piece off of my spatula there, I just wipe it back into the container and pull more out. And I did not have any bleed on the white here. Now, it is glittery, it is shimmery, and it is beautiful. I do not show you the reveal on that one because we still have the other side to do. So I waited for that to dry, and then I lined my stencil back up and took the sheet of paper and then blocked off the white so I can now do the black. Yes, it looks gray, but that is because the Brutus Monroe, as you know, it goes on white so that you can see where everything is at, and it dries to the color that it's supposed to be, like nobody's business. It is perfection. So I do just go ahead and get this on here. It is not, I know it is glitter glaze, but I find that the black is not super glittery, but it is still beautiful. And I'm going to go ahead and get that down. I do wash my stencil in between each use because, it'll dry and ruin the stencil. All right, so I'm going to pull this to the side. I'm going to put that all to the side, and I'm going to start taking my tape off. And that is the reveal. Oh, now it does look like white on white, but you'll see when I bring it back over in just a few minutes that it's black on white. Now, since it's Masculine Monday, and I really didn't think that through, it's such a pretty background that it's kind of, girly, but it's fine. I took a picture of my fiance looking at my son's car. Not sure what he's doing, but look at that. Oh, see, it's totally black. But the black took, the white only took 30 minutes to dry. The black took all night. This is now the next day. But I had worked on several other projects while waiting for this. So I grabbed out my Echo Park Lumberjack collection again. Now I am just looking for black and white only. I didn't want to add any of the red, which is super pretty, but no red, no gray, no brown. We're just doing black and white. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those two scraps right there. And let's put the sticker sheet to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and figure out how I want to map my photo and where I want to place it. I just love that background. And you can totally see where the paper was torn. Oh, I'm in love with that background. I'm going to have to do more like that, right? I'm thinking about doing a rainbow pattern. Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. Anyway, so I just go ahead and cut this piece, and I'm thinking about how I want to do it. Do I want to make it into Christmas trees or arrows? And I can't think about it, so I throw that to the side. And I'm going to go ahead. Excuse me, I yawned. I'm going to go ahead and cut this right down on that line, and then I'm going to tear it where I want it to be, because I was just trying to mimic the tears. Since I had torn the one piece of paper already, I felt like it needed to have, more paper tearing. And I do like the way that tore, so I'm going to go ahead and trim the other side up. Now, I did decide that I need to go ahead and grab some black cardstocks. These aren't scraps. These are actually card fronts, if that makes any sense. And my brother had bought them for me a very long time ago because I was making cards all the time, and I used them, but I mean, it was like a pack of 1,000, and he bought me like 4. So, got a lot of those left, but they're like the perfect size to matte photos, so I'm going to start using them up as well. I've been organizing my craft room, guys, and finding a lot of different things that I forgot I had. So since I was using both papers, which were mainly white, I wanted to make sure I wanted to break it up and separate it with some black cardstock. And then I decided that I don't want to do that, so I do want to go ahead and matte it one more time in black. I was trying to break it up, and if I would have matted the white onto the black, it would have been black, white, white, black. That was not what I was going for. So I'm going to go ahead and do some funky paper piece in here. And I mean that 100%, like funky. And I realized that I didn't even have to go through all this because I had already planned on hiding this corner anyway, because I'm going to put an embellishment over this corner of the photo. So you will see me mess with this for quite some time, and I did not like the fact that you could see a gap in that, so I'm going to pull that back off. And we're going to add some more tape, and I'm going to get this stuck down one more time. I'm telling you, this, for some reason, I rode the struggle bus for reals on this one. And I'm just going to keep going in here. It was challenging, and I don't know if it was so early. My mind wasn't working yet. I can't answer these questions. But anyway, you guys know I have brought my Masculine Monday series back. So if anybody would like to play along, I post a masculine layout every Monday. This may not be as masculine as some, but if you knew my fiance, you would totally think this works for him. Anyway, so I do go ahead and get that down finally, and then I'm like, oh, I should tear this. So I go ahead and get that torn, and I add some more adhesive to the back. And now I'm going to go ahead and pull in my background. Now I am going to come in with some liquid adhesive as well, because that glitter glaze, I want to make sure that it sticks. I also did not gesso my paper. If I'm not going to use a lot of wet liquid, like, yes, I know the glitter glaze is a mixed media, but it's not super wet like a watercolor or a mist. So there's a tad bit of warpage on my paper, but not enough to where I felt like I really needed to use the gesso. And I also believe that's another reason why I get some bleed through, is because I use the gesso. So I do go ahead and just grab some embellishments from the embellishment collection pack that I have, and the 12x12 sticker sheet. And I grabbed all the black and white only. So I'm going to go ahead and line my paper up one more time on my grid line, because I want to just make sure that it's somewhat straight. I do have those 2 little banners. I get them stuck on, and then I take this little guy right here, and I had to make sure it was going the right way. I pop him up on some foam tape, and I stick it down on top of the banners. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I need to add more. So I am going to go ahead and recreate the 2 banners. And I didn't see it at first, but I do find that ephemera piece, the circle, on the sticker sheet as well. So I just go ahead and create a double, make it on one side and the other side. I trim this all down. I'm really liking the way that it looks. Now, that doesn't need to have any kind of extra adhesive on it, because the glitter glaze is only on the parts where the mandala is. And look at that thing shine, right? I really, really wanted to use that right there, and it says, not all that wander are lost, and I totally believe in that quote. So I do go ahead and right here, I am going to go ahead and create anybody who was a member of, or who is a member of the Kit Club and participated in the party will get this. I went ahead and created a couple hidden Mickeys. So I do take 2 stars and center and put them around that circle at the top. And then I find, like I said, this smaller version of that little circle, and I get some foam tape put on that. And then I do have to come in, and I know I'm off screen, but my foam tape was just a smidge too big, so I'm just trimming it so it doesn't stick out. And I'm going to go ahead and peel off the released paper, and I'm going to stick that down there as well, and add 2 more small little star circles. And one of them I accidentally peeled off the backing, so I just used some of my liquid glue. And then I'm going to come in with, I believe, my Nuvo Drops. That's a clear one. And I do just keep that on the white side. And I'm going to go ahead and create 3 clusters of 3. And then I do come in with my Craft Mate. I don't know, it was something that I bought on clearance at Michael's. And when I got done using it, since I had already had it, coming out, I didn't want to ruin my layout. I threw that bottle away. It's drying up and it's horrid. I have the Nuvos and the Stickles and the Perfect Pearls. I don't need this stuff that's like really hard and doesn't want to, it's just, it's dry. I should have used it when I had the chance. So I do go ahead and create 3 more clusters of 3 on the black side. And that is pretty much going to do it, guys. If you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button below. And leave me a question or comment, and I will answer. Tell me what you think of this. And I did do some close-ups so you can see all that fun texture and all the fun stuff. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.